Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you. We got a little look ahead lines. Where's the look ahead lines? Oh, look ahead line. That's midday. There's look ahead lines with the googly eyes. Let's just roll out the free picks. Happy Monday night, August 4th. Not really late. It was birthday day today. So happy birthday to me. So I had to have a little cake this evening. Ice cream cake. I like ice cream cake. No fudgy to whale, though. Looking for a fudgy to whale. We'll look at week 0 here. Some NFL preseason. And if you want to talk anything else, comment sections, fire away. We could do week 1 games. You know, we got the 4 games this weekend, or this weekend. Next week with college, well, 5 games because we have the UNLV versus Idaho State as well. Hit the like button. You're on the YouTube. Sean Higgs, Winners, Winers, Picks, Parlays. Welcome on into the show tonight. Twitter, at Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give it a follow on the X. And, of course, iHeartRadio for your podcast after the fact. Give it a listen. All right. I was ready to go when I made the room the other day, week 0. Look at this. I was all pumped up. Picks and parlays, with free picks, winners and whiners. Here we go. King D's in the house. It's here early. Good to see you. Happy birthday. Thank you. Yeah, it's my born day. Wine time, my guy's in the house as well. He's excited. Luca extension. La Floppy's posing in front of Clipper signs. That guy. Oh, not that I'll do an NBA show, but it would be making fun of him if I did. All right, let's we'll jump right into it. Let's go. 12 noon Saturday, the 23rd. Again, this is week 0 picks. Week 0, only a couple games. Iowa State plus 3.5, total 4.5. I kind of now there's 3s out here. I literally just put these in here an hour ago, and it's down to 3. That is crazy. Well, there's a 3.5 at DraftKings. Maybe that's what I was looking at. But a lot of 3s across the board here as well. So this game's in Dublin. I haven't moved on this game, and I've moved on a bunch of games already. Week 0, week 1, NFL. I'm a little torn on this one, where to go. I'm not going to lie. I like the K-State coach. I like Iowa State as a dog. I think they could maybe hit their win total here. I won't be shocked if they get to their 7.5. K-State goes with Avery Johnson. I look at this matchup, and again, do I lean dog? It's a neutral, right? Like, whoa. I come on when I give out the picks, and again, there's forums, so I'm gonna hem and haw here. Of course, people are gonna want to bet it because it's the first game. Where I'm looking at it, like, all right, do you really got to bet it because it's here? Do I lean towards the 3.5? Yeah. Can I see Kansas State covering this? Unless I get something that really changes my mind, I might just be a pass. I mean, when it comes to loading a pick in here for midday money, will it be a free play? Possibly. You know, it'll be on live during the show, kicking off here in the noon hour. But I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it. I'm muted. I think it's your. I'm not muted. We'll see if anybody else has anything. Yep, happy birthday to me. Markel's in the house, King D. I have a Fresno State, Kansas. And we'll get to that guy. He's up next. Wine Time says, my test tells me Iowa State. Books tell me it's K-State. Yeah, like I want to take Iowa State, but I think K-State is where I want to be. Am I muted or is that just Moneyline Markel? Iowa State as well. Dan Drance, my guy. Here we go. Have a nice night. Message you, but come on the show this week. I got to be either sometime coming up. What's today? Well, tomorrow's Tuesday. So I'll be in Vegas next week. Although I could, if it's during the day early, I'm going to be doing stuff in the afternoons and stuff. But yeah, hit me up. Even if it's next week, I can make things work. You know that. What do you got, Dan? What do you got to say here? Iowa State, K-State. Give me the points. Here we go. Is this a chat? Everybody on it because I respect Dan's opinion. King D, Wine Time. We all kind of like Iowa State here. I don't know if that is good or bad. I don't know if that's good or bad. Again, I haven't pulled the trigger on this one. I haven't moved on it. And again, I like the 3.5, but I'm kind of partial to K-State squad. Let's get to game number 2 here, and yeah, right. I mean, they're not betting for sure. Again, people are going to run to bet it because it's the first game at noon on a Saturday. I'll tell you what. Last year, I was loving Georgia Tech. Right, I was all over Georgia Tech. I was saying that from Jump Street against Florida State there in July. I'm like, take Florida State, take Georgia Tech, take Georgia Tech. The line came down. This one here, I just don't have the feel for that one. Man, I haven't bet it either. Neither do I. Yeah, stay away if you had to. All right, so King D was brought up the Fresno K-State game, the under 51.5, and he put this out a while ago. And let me pull it up here. Where is it? Here we go. Fresno K-State, 14, 51.5. Your 6:30 matchup. And this line's moved a little bit. I think Kansas jumped up a couple points here. I think it opened at 12, if I remember correctly, and moved on up. Fresno as a team, I'm not looking for a lot out of them. I know some people are high on them. I don't know. I look at this, and I'll ride with John in total. I think Kansas is going to be pumped up, right? They have their new stadium. So there'll be that kind of energy going on, all that good stuff. Do we get a total kind of blowout in this one? I lean Kansas. I lean Kansas to cover because I don't know if Fresno is going to get to 20. So King D's liking the under. I like Kansas a bit here. I like Kansas a bit. Pretty much 14s across everywhere. I do see a 13.5 in an offshore. And I do see some flat 51s too as well. So the extra half might come into play here. And it may very well might. I mean, I think Kansas is going to put up some points. I lean Kansas in this one. I'm leaning Kansas. Kansas first half ATS, what's the number? First half, I don't have that right in front of me. I mean, if it's 14, let's be honest, what are they going to bump this up to? 10? You know? I can get behind the first half. I get behind the first half for sure. Dan says blowout. Team total over Kansas. Yeah, I think Kansas put up a 30 spot. 34. And what are we getting out of Fresno? I'm not expecting much out of Fresno. Gio, thank you. Yeah, birthday. I got a new shirt. My son got me a 95.9. The Rat. I told him a story that when the Rat came on the Saturday station and they played the Year of a Rat, and they just played over and over again, people were like calling the station thinking like some kind of mistake. So he made the shirt for me. I don't know anything about these teams. Yeah, well, if you think you don't know nothing about Fresno and Kansas, what do you know about Idaho State getting 25, 63.5 at UNLV? And I'm not a huge jumping into the small college guy. Now, I know some people kind of delve into these kind of matchups. I don't know. I mean, I'll say, for me, again, I say these things about tennis or MMA or UFC or things I don't really jump into a lot. It's hard enough figuring out the regular schools in college, subdivision. I'll rely on somebody else's help. Now, we got another game here. And I've talked about this one before. 7 o'clock at night, Sam Houston taking on Western Kentucky. Now, I said in the past I had this game. It was a 7.5 opener. Went to 10. There are still some 10s out there, 9.5s also. I still like my Western Kentucky play here. Do I want to lay 10? Not particularly. I prefer the lower number. What am I gonna do here? This is my dilemma for especially the first week of college and NFL football. I'll put games up early. We're weeks. We got a game a month early, and the lines move. I'll talk about just we got one more game left here on the week 0 card, Stanford and Hawaii. We'll talk about it in a second. And then we'll get into NFL preseason and some line moves in those games as well. But for me, Western Kentucky, I've already moved on it, as I told you. Has not changed. Has not changed for me. Your final game of the night, Stanford 7:30 kickoff. Now, if this is kicking off 7:30, this is like a noon game in Hawaii, like afternoon. The line has flipped here. You see, I got Hawaii here. I put minus 118. That's what I have Hawaii at. They were a dog. I'm not really that high on Stanford. And I think I said to you that I'm taking Arizona next week versus Hawaii because I think this is a game for Hawaii to win. I think this is the game they win at home. I know Stanford's going to be there a while since it's the week 0 game and accustomed to Hawaii and everything. But still, I mean, they're in freaking Hawaii. Hawaii gets it done here, and then Arizona takes it to them in week 1 there. And that line's already moved a couple points as well. But give me Hawaii here. The Rainbows. Rainbow action here to close out your week 1. Since again, 6.5 home versus Nebraska, give me the points. Yeah, that's the week 1 match. I didn't put a lot of the week 1 lines in here. I got a couple of the games that I have moved on in. But yes, 6.5 for Cincy at home here versus Nebraska. What have we seen on Nebraska to be favored over the years? I know Cincy's kind of taking a step back as well. But I would lean with the home dog as well. I got to look into this one a little bit more because it is a number where you think, hey, I'm getting a decent amount of points here. Why not take Cincinnati, right? I mean, who's Nebraska? 6.5 for Nebraska. I have so many papers in front of me, so bear with me as I look over my little notes here for different things and about each team. Yeah, Nebraska, I'm like, no, thank you. Lean under on Nebraska. So why would I want to like 6.5? Don't want to. Yeah, B-Day today, 51. Baylor Chiefs at home over Auburn. Give me that. Yeah, well, let's listen, Dan. They were a +2 dog, so now they've gone from plus money to a small fave here. King D's like in the under Western Kentucky. Now, as long as it's Western, shun them out. Me covering a number because if I'm laying 7.5, I need at least 10, 14 to feel comfortable. Under 10-2 in the Bearcats' last 12 games on Field Turf. Well, they've just been an under team as well. They've been bad. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Thank you. All right, we'll move on to some. Do I have? I got a bunch of games. So we're going to jump into NFL. What I got here for Thursday night action here. Well, we'll do Thursday because we have a couple games there, and then we have Friday, and I'll tell you what I have there. Where's my little thing here? So this is a little movement that this is what happens sometimes. This is what happens. Where's my other my NFL stuff. What day is this? Saturday. I'm just putting I'm not putting every NFL game in for preseason. I'm just putting the plays that I have going on in the little banner. I'll pop them up with the lines. Oh boy! And every one of these. Listen, some of these I got a decent number. Some of these moved the other way. It happens. It happens. So, and I had these in the chat already. Well, let's, you know what? We'll keep everybody in suspense because we got more comments. Gas Ace at Sushi. Happy B-Day. Yeah, young, 51 young. Michael B's in the house. Hal, let's pull up the Giant. What's going on with the Giants here? Did they win or the Giants? Giants lose 5-4. The bullpen. Sorry. I cashed Tigers run line. Cleveland we had in the chat. I think we had Boston today. Do we have Boston? I think I had Boston. I don't remember. Cleveland. Did Cleveland win? Plus 150. There you go. I had the Braves. Excuse me, I had the Brewers over the Braves, I should say. And that was a nice win in baseball. Well, I am all paid. I got 3 notebooks in front of me. What do we have today? All right. So Miami lost, Milwaukee winner, Detroit run line winner. And I'm rolling with Texas right now. Are they 5-4? That's they can't take a run there. And I got a Dodger run line. We'll see how that goes. The freebies. We got the Reds. Well, we hit the Tigers. We hit Cleveland. We got the Reds in Texas. We'll see how we do. We'll see how we do with the baseball. Georgia Tech at 4.5. Alternate line 9.5. Well, this is a game I've already moved on. I have Georgia Tech on -3, 3.5, I should say. So I got Georgia Tech 3.5. As I said, Western Kentucky 7.5, 118 on Miami. Georgia Tech I got 3.5. We'll see how we do. 95. Here we go. He's got jokes. That's like Mr. Whiskers with his jokes, old man jokes for me. Monday. Get in Monday. Nice sight so far. Boston team total over. Well, there's the game. Jung Ho Lee. There you go. Brewers first 5. Reds first 5 lost. Liddell went down to second. And did he really? Oh, boy. Diamondbacks first 5. I like the Diamondbacks tomorrow as well. I like them tomorrow. Everybody took my advice. I did not bet the Giants. I told you no Verlander. That's not just you, fella. That's not just you. All right. Off of baseball, let's get back to some football action. So we did some week 0 picks. NFL. Now, if you turn into midday money, you've seen a couple of these already. You saw the Colts 1.5. That line is now 4. Seattle +2. I actually got a bad number on Seattle as well on another side. I have them at -140, now they're +2. So that is not nice. The Browns, we put them out the other day +2.5, and now all their quarterbacks are hurt and they're signing Snoop Huntley. Really? So I like his nickname, Snoop. Well, now they're +4. And you know what? I still like them. I don't think everyone in the quarterbacks is going to sit out. Get the heck out of here, man. No way. No way. Saturday, Houston, Minnesota, 35.5, now up to 38. Tennessee, -125, now they're -2. And again, I got two of them that went away from me. 2 look good for me. We'll see what happens. 2-0 in preseason NFL so far. We had the Chargers in the over there. And you look at these matchups on Thursday. Listen, I like the Colts. I like Seattle. Bengals, Eagles. I mean, the line is for, you get lines start going over 3, 2s. I think the percentages, and I know someone will put it up on X somewhere. You get past those little small numbers, and when teams are laying 4 or 5 or more, I don't want to say they're auto plays, but you're probably going to be all right laying that kind of number. And again, the Eagles open up at 2, now they're +4. They were -2, now they're +4. The Browns I mentioned, the Lions. Here's another one. Open up at 1, now to 4. And I have to say, Chargers as well. You play the Hall of Fame game, so you always got that extra game, which I think is kind of now more important because they took away preseason games. So I think you see reflected in this, they're off a loss, an embarrassing one to boot. Again, you want to roll into these kind of numbers and historically what they mean. I think you have to, at least I do, with the new adjusted or however you want to talk about preseason weights played. I can't just come in and auto play based on stuff in the past because it's just a totally different league, And then I'll get rid of another game and just have 2 I was talking to Doug Upson when we're talking about it. I said, man, if they just do 2 games, I don't think I'll even be betting into the preseason. Then we had the Browns game. We talked about that one. The Lions here, Commanders and the Patriots. Where are we going with this one here? How do you feel? How do you feel about it? I haven't heard much because I haven't really looked on any Commander message boards to see what's going on quarterback wise. I don't expect to see Marcus Mariota. We're going to get Josh Jasmine. I think you'd probably see more Sam Hartman for Washington here than anybody else. And is New England going to roll out their young guy? Is May going to get reps here with a new coach? I mean, if you're going to throw Dobbs out there, I think you got to like. I think you have to like the Patriots, and probably an over in that one. Believe it or not, probably an over. Let's see. August been good baseball. 2-1, 2-1, 3-0, 2-1. Yeah, I've had a nice little August too to start, so I'm happy about that. We've July was a good month. June was good. I've kind of turned it around. I mean, I wasn't having a bad year then. It was, I was always between like 5 and like 10, 12 games under 500, which isn't terrible because I'm more of a dog guy or taking plus run line kind of stuff. But it's good to go on a nice run and start getting into the plus and, getting even now, Like we said, considering coming in here live on the Rangers plus 180. See if Arizona breaks it open first. Well, they got 2. You're looking all right there. I mean, they had their opportunities, the Rangers, to tie it or take the lead. So, I mean, 180, I think it's worth it. I don't think it's bad. You want to take a shot at plus 180. Colts money line price flew up because of who? What? Hold on, I can't break that down. Price flew up. Is that BS? Raiders against Seattle. Cal 20 and 21 preseason, second best winning percentage of any coach. I figure O'Connell starts most of the game. I agree. I think O'Connell's going to play the whole game. I mean, you're not rolling Geno out there. We know that. We know Geno's not playing. But I look at it as Seattle, you got new guys over there, right? I mean, you got new quarterback, new everything. Not sure. Like, I think Milroe's going to get a lot of, if not all the reps, right? Drew Lock is probably going to be on a roster. We're going to cut Drew Lock and keep Jalen Milroe behind Darnold. I think we see a lot of Milroe, and I think he's going to be able to run. He'll pull it down and take off. Yeah, Pete versus old team. I would more, you want to tell me to take the over? I'm going to go over to 36. I can see that. Just here in between Yankee innings, Mr. Yankee, Mr. Wesker's in the house. Yeah, here we go. Now Mr. Wisher's coming in, making jokes. Gas A Sushi. Pete Carroll's the coach of the Raiders. I think crop circles make more sense. I mean, you're 72. You bring Geno with you, who's 32 or however old he is. I guess it's Vegas. All right, but I mean, you want to start over at 72 and try to build a team? I don't understand. As a diehard Raiders fan, I'm just hoping for mediocre football, 8, 9, 9, and 8. Is that too much to ask for? Yes. I mean, let's go. I got my sorry, I'm punching the mic. Where's my Raider? Where's my Raider talk here? Here we go. Underdogs, 13 games, the Raiders. I mean, where are the wins coming from? You got a -1.5 against the Jaguars, +1.5 at Indy, +1.5 versus Chicago. I mean, I don't know. And I like him week 1. I like him versus Patriots. I think you got a veteran coach. You got a veteran quarterback versus a rookie, and not a new coach, but it's new to this team. Save your money against my Yankees, Michael. Here we go. Yankees might get a win, and Mr. Whiskers is still. They even get the win yet, Mr. Whiskers. Not tonight. Here we go. Detroit Lions don't make the playoffs this year. I was looking over the Lions schedule. They're 12 favorites in 12 games. They got a tough schedule. I mean, look, they're dogs in games here. I mean, they're a 1.5-point dog at Green Bay in week 1. I think Green Bay wins that. They're a 3.5-point dog in Baltimore, a 3-point dog in Kansas City, a 1.5-point dog in Washington, and a 3.5-point dog against the Eagles. This is why last year's Lions team was in a good spot, and they let it slip away. Now you're out in Baltimore, in Kansas City, in Philly, and Washington. You had a great schedule last year, and you blew it. You blew it, just like Sly Stallone. And that's my De Niro from Copland. You blew it. You blew it, Freddie. Tried to have the running water. Pitiful city. McBee says, I'm taking a 332 live on Texas. All right, well, listen, this is what I got for Thursday. You saw already what I put out in the Midday Money Show. We've covered some week zeros. Next week, again, we'll do a look at lines. Again, we'll tackle some preseason football, I guess. That'll be the Vegas edition. I'll be doing shows from Vegas all next week, and then we'll really get on board because then we got the week 0 the week after that. Then we have a full slate games Friday, Saturday, Sunday for college football. NFL on Thursday, September 4th. There you go. There you have it. Again, I lean Iowa State here. Haven't pulled the trigger. No, thank you. UNLV new coach. How about an under 63.5? Again, I'll have to dig on this and ask around. I like Kansas to cover the 14. And I put it out a month ago when we did look at lines way back in July. I said 7.5 with Western Kentucky. It's now 9.5. And we got Hawaii still in striking distance there on the money line if you're interested. Arizona gets out of the gate early. Which Arizona? We talking Arizona Cardinals, Arizona college football, Diamondbacks tonight up 2-0. King D loves football. Mike says we can beat the Jags and the Colts. I think we can. I mean, what is Pete Carroll doing? I said one of my PDs whenever has been. I'd rather have a guy like him than some hotshot new coordinator who's been the head coach. I agree. My problem is that you have no quarterback. You drafted the running back, which is fine because you got Geno there and a veteran coach. You want to win a little bit. Why didn't you take Sanders in the second or third round or the fourth round? Well, you could have took him, have a quarterback of the future. Hi, I'm Geno Smith going up against Denver, Kansas City, and the Chargers. That's not fun. That's not fun. I'm going to be the worst quarterback in my division. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking on, Bo Nix could take a step back. Herbert's 1-0. Mahomes is in his own bracket. But I don't know why I'm going to the Raiders. Can't be the Cardinals. The Cardinals stop Kyler, can't even see over the line of scrimmage. I'm torn on that game against the Saints week 1, 5.5. And then, listen, open at 2 or 3, and we get to retirement. Now you got a rookie or Rattler, whoever's going to quarterback this team. I want to take the 5.5, but I just look at it like, 5.5. Like, of course they should win. You got McBride's a nice tight end, right? That's your guy, Mike. You got McBride, you got Harrison's, and I think receivers in year 2 are better than year 1. I mean, this team, they're off what, back-to-back 4-3 seasons? 4-13 seasons, I should say. That 11-6 season It's 4 years ago. Seems like ages. Ancient history. James Conner in fantasy, we definitely go target him in the mid rounds. I have 5th pick in the draft, Michael. We got the 5th pick. Draft is next Monday night. Or no, yeah, is it? No, 2 weeks, the 18th. It's the 18th. I'll do that live on the Sean Higgs channel again. But, all right, let's get out of here. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe. Look at this. Should I use this for midday money? The like and subscribe guy. Yes, we got papers. Notebook number 1, notebook number 2, notebook number 3 is under the microphone. With more paper. I love it. Right, my guy, second best tight end in the league. Guy was second in points, but I had 3 touchdowns. I know. If the guy had a touchdown, we probably would have maybe would have won the whole thing last year if he could score a touchdown. Not a bad season, though, Michael. And you got $100 for it. Thank you. All right, midday money tomorrow. Back then. Thanks for popping in. Have a good Monday night. We need the Rangers to pull out here. We need the Rangers. Let's go Rangers. Let's go Dodger online for me. Take it easy, everybody. Good night.